Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and as you can see in the background, it's all about the new Relic Contemptor Dreadnought. I know that we've got the full box set revealed to us now, but there's something very interesting about this Dreadnought because it now has been confirmed that it is a multi-part Dreadnought. It's not a static Dreadnought, and this is kind of a big thing. Also, they've announced some other weapon options and stuff like that, which again is another big thing, which we'll go into in a second, because with the way the POSEABLE website has been clearing out stock, this is an indication now to the future of what could potentially happening with the Horus Heresy product range. So let's jump in and let's get talking. So let's start, of course, with a big talking point, the posability of this new Contemptor Dreadnought. It states here in the article, the Contemptor Dreadnought has been cunningly constructed with a full ball and socket joint at the hips and the ankles, as well as a half ball joint at the waist and chest, combined with optional flat or bent toe components and rotating assembly joints and separate armor plates at the knees and elbows. There's a simple opportunity for dynamic pose without complex conversion. So basically what they're saying there is that you can pose the hell out of this Dreadnought, and I love to see that. That was one of my biggest concerns a part of this set. I know from the feedback that we've been talking about on my other videos, that was some of your chaps' main concern as well for the Dreadnought. People are like, oh, it just looks static. It's got kind of a boring pose on these images. Hopefully we're able to pose it. Some people are like, no, it's just going to be like the old plastic Contemptor Dreadnought where it's just stuck in one pose, but now they've come out and they've confirmed that it's not. You can do whatever you want. You can do it kneeling, you can do it standing on top of another Dreadnought, you can do it standing on top of Perturabo. Well, that would probably be the best pose because Perturabo is an absolute iron loser. You can do anything you want with it. You can do anything that your mind can conjure up, and it's an awesome choice for them to do, because at the end of the day, I hate static models. I want to have the fluidity to pose those models in badass poses without getting out a hobby knife or a saw and cutting everything up. Now, the next big thing we want to talk about is the weapons included in this kit. Now, if you've seen the promotional images, you're probably on the same track as me, where I just thought it's just going to be the autocannons that were going to be included, but apparently not. They're going to be including that las gun, a melter, and a heavy bolter for, you know, his big weapon arm. On his power fist, I think they said that you're going to have a melter, a combi flamer, twin bolters and stuff like that to go in his hand as well. So you can have, you know, a full arsenal of weapons equipped to this Contemptor Dreadnought, which again is great because a lot of people like las cannons, you know, melters, heavy bolters. Each legion has its own way of fighting, and now you can represent that way of fighting with this Contemptor, because again, the Contemptor's a plain Jane. It's got no Aquillas, it's got like no Imperial Fist, no Sons of Horus skulls, anything like that on it. Just look at it in the background now. It's there for you to paint your canvas. That's what it's there. Not, well, you don't paint a canvas, you paint on a canvas. It is a canvas for you to paint on. There we go, Valrak. Get your words right. You can paint whatever you want. Imperial Fist, Thousand Suns, Iron Losers. Just go at it. Just go at it and put whatever you want on there now, and add whatever whatever weapons on there. And more to the point, my big talking point about this is that this hints now at the future of what they're going to be doing with potential upgrade kits from Forge World. If you chaps haven't been following the news, what's going on at Forge World, basically what they've done, they've got rid of all the Contemptor weapon upgrade options, like their arms, like all the melter guns, the heavy bolters, everything like that has now gone. That was all in resin. There was a lot of concern and talk about this, because what you can do right now, you can actually go over to the Forge World website and buy a Legion Contemptor Dreadnought. When I say a Legion Contemptor Dreadnought, I mean basically you can buy like one for Night Lords, where it's got Night Lord symbols on there, one for Imperial Fist, where it's got like fists on there, Ultramarines, etc, etc. But the problem is it only comes with the bodies. It doesn't come with the weapon options, the arms or anything like that, or should I say the underslung bits to the arms. So people are like, well, if I buy these Contemptor Dreadnoughts, then how am I supposed to get weapons for them? This, again, it's hinting at that. They are probably all going to be sold. Once this box set is out, we'll have like a Contemptor upgrade kit now, and you'll be able to get it all in plastic. Hopefully, that carries on with some of the bigger stuff as well. You know, Leviathan weapon options, Leviathan going again, we've heard like Leviathan's going plastic. By the way, this is probably the first Dreadnought to come over and be plastic in the Horus Heresy. A lot of things I've heard are going plastic in the Horus Heresy, and it gets me excited even more each day. And lastly, I have a question for you, because I'm a bit confused on this one. People who play the Horus Heresy, you probably know this right now. The rocket pod on top of this Contemptor Dreadnought, is that a new rocket pod? I think it is, but I'm not too sure to say it's definitely a new rocket pod. Please help me out here. My life is in your hands, let's say. Is it new? If it is new, then I actually think it looks better. It fits. I like the big chunky rocket pod right at the top. It really, really stands out. It makes that big old Contemptor Dreadnought look even more badass than it is. I've always loved Contemptor Dreadnoughts. I think they are one of the coolest looking Dreadnoughts out there. Probably not as cool as a Leviathan. I think the Leviathan's my all-time favourite. If I had to rate it, it would be a Leviathan, Redemptor, then Contemptor. But Leviathan, yeah, he's top tier. But these, just look at them. They're just big chunky robots. Well, I say robots. They're not robots. They're space marines inside of him. They're robotic space marines. Let's just call it like that. They're not iron losers. Anyway, enough waffling from me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, as always. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below, and we can have a nice little chat down there, as we always do. See you now. Have a great day, and bye-bye.